Hey friends, today finally the moment we've all been waiting for weeks has arrived. Mark this date on your calendar because it will be remembered by all Garten of Banban fans. The Euphoric Brothers will be releasing today the brand new release date announcement video for Garten of Banban 8. This won't be just any video, it will be the video where we will finally find out the official release date of the new chapter of the most talked about horror saga of recent times. So guys, get ready because in the next few hours we might receive information that will completely change the weight for this game. In this video of mine, I will tell you everything we know so far, but not only that, we will also make some super interesting predictions about the possible release dates. There are already some theories going around, and I have a few personal ones that, in my opinion, could get really close to the truth. Maybe it will be sooner than we think, or maybe we will have to hold on a little longer, and knowing the Euphoric Brothers, I wouldn't be surprised if they hide some clues inside today's announcement video. So stay until the end because this will be a talk full of details, theories and of course a lot of passion for this game. If you want to always stay updated on all the news about Garten of Banban 8, make sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a like on this video. Your support is essential to keep making videos like this, so thank you in advance. So guys, the countdown is over. Today we're expecting an announcement that could make us jump out of our seats. And now friends, before we move on to our predictions about the possible dates, I want to show you and discuss with you an official message that comes directly from Geppo, one of the two Euphoric Brothers, meaning one of the two developers of the game. In the past few days, there was a bit of confusion in the community. Some people thought that August 8 was not the date of the announcement, but was actually the release date of the game. I saw this belief both in the comments of several YouTube videos and in some posts on Twitter. Well, to put an end to this confusion, Geppo decided to write an official message and clarify the situation once and for all. In his message, he explained very clearly that August 8 is not the release date of Chapter 8, but it is the date when the announcement video of the official release date will be published. So, today we still won't be able to play the new chapter, but we will finally find out when we will be able to. This means that today we must get ready for a truly important moment. We will finally know the exact day when Chapter 8 will arrive in our hands. And from there, the real countdown will begin with all the theories, the hidden details, and maybe even some surprises that the Euphoric Brothers might want to give us. So, I don't know about you, but I am truly excited. Knowing the release date will officially put us into the most thrilling phase of the wait, and I'm ready to experience it with you step by step. And now friends, we finally get into the most fun and at the same time the most mysterious part of the video. It's time to theorize together about the possible release dates of Chapter 8. First of all, I want to remind you of something very important. What we're about to say are just theories and predictions. Nothing here is official, so they could turn out to be right or completely wrong. That's why I want you to join the discussion right away. Write down in the comments what you think will be the official release date of Chapter 8. I'm really curious to read your ideas and compare them with mine. Alright, let's start right away with the first theoretical date I have in mind. One possible option could be next Friday, August 15th. And let me explain why this date could make a lot of sense. First of all, Faris in one of his messages clearly said that he wanted to release the game as soon as possible. So, if their real goal is to release it without making us wait too long, next Friday could be a perfect day. It would be just a few days after the official announcement and would give the community very little time to go crazy waiting, a move that could create massive hype. But that's not all. We're already in mid-August, a period when many people are on vacation or at least have more free time, and this, from a video game launch perspective, is a huge advantage. More players available on day one means more people talking about it, more videos, more sharing, in short, a much more explosive launch. And let's also remember another important detail. Chapter 8 has been awaited since 2024. Fans have been waiting and talking about this new chapter for months, and releasing it earlier than many expect would be a huge gift to the community. Just imagine the surprise effect, announcing the date today and then releasing the game next week. In short, August 15th could really be an ideal date. Of course, this is just the first hypothesis we're taking into account, and soon we'll move on to analyze other possible dates. And now friends, let's move on to analyzing two other possible dates that we absolutely have to take into consideration, August 22nd and August 29th. But why exactly these two dates? The reason is actually quite simple and is based on what has already happened in the past. If we look at the release timeline, we can see that in several cases, the chapters of Garten of Banban were released about 2 weeks after the official announcement. A clear example is Chapter 7. The announcement was made and exactly 2 weeks later the game came out. So, if the Euphoric Brothers decide to follow the same pattern for Chapter 8, the ideal release date would be Friday, August 22, but we can't stop there. We also have to consider the possibility that this time they might decide to take an extra week. Why? Well, there are two main reasons that could justify this choice. The first is bug fixing. We all know that the more complex and content-rich a game is, the more important it is to carry out thorough testing to avoid problems at launch. The Euphoric Brothers know how much the community cares about a smooth and trouble-free gaming experience, so a little extra time could really make a difference. The second reason is further improving the chapter. In recent months, we've seen that the developers are putting a huge amount of effort into making this the best chapter of the series. Every detail, every setting, every creature is being refined with great precision, and that takes time and attention. If they needed an extra week to polish animations, balancing, or story elements, I think all of us would be willing to wait a little longer in exchange for a perfect product. That's why we can't rule out the date of Friday, August 29th either. In this case, it would mean that the launch would take place 3 weeks after the announcement, giving the developers enough time to fine-tune every single detail. So, to sum it up, August 22nd if they follow the Chapter 7 pattern, August 29th if they decide to take a bit more time to improve the game. And now, friends, I want to show you one last very interesting message that comes directly from Faris. This message comes from a question asked by a very curious fan who asked Faris what is his favorite chapter in the series. And do you know what his answer was? Without hesitation, Faris said that his favorite chapter is exactly the 8th one. Now, at first glance, this might seem like an obvious answer, but if we think about it, it's actually not at all obvious. Chapter 8 represents a turning point for the developers, and we know this well because they have worked incredibly hard and consistently over the last few months. We saw this both in the official trailer and in the latest teaser trailer. Every single detail shows obsessive care and a desire to innovate that we've never seen before. This new chapter will not simply be a new chapter, but promises to completely renew the series. The Euphoric Brothers have repeatedly called it a revolutionary chapter, and that is no exaggeration. They are bringing important innovations both in gameplay and storytelling, and also in the very atmosphere of the game, making it more immersive, engaging, and scary than ever before. For this reason, it's no surprise that Faris has such a strong attachment to this chapter. It is the result of passionate work, fresh ideas, and lots of innovation. In fact, from what we know, this Chapter 8 will be something that changes the way we see and experience Garten of Banban as a series. And today, friends, is the day when we will finally discover when we will be able to get our hands on this long-awaited chapter. We will finally have the official confirmation of the release date, and we can start counting the days toward what could be the most important and decisive moment for the entire saga. Are you ready to live this exciting new adventure? Finally, today the official countdown will start. Thank you so much for watching the video until the end. You are amazing. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell for the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.